Today, we're going to go ahead and do a video on Call of Duty Warzone Season 4. There's a new map out, so I'm going to try it out. And I'm using the RTX 3050 at 1080p at the lowest settings. So here we go in the settings, 1080p, and going to quality, this is the lowest preset. There we go there. The 3050 has definitely been falling off quite a bit recently, so I do want to see how this performs. And to be honest, with Warzone or Call of Duty in general, the performance falls off as well as you go through the seasons. So Season 1 or pre-season, the game ran beautifully for the most part. We obviously had some issues, but FPS wise was pretty decent. And then as we go through the seasons, the FPS and the performance was getting worse and worse. Like right now I'm losing I think 40 FPS from what I had before in Season 1, which is kind of crazy, but we'll see as we go. Okay, it's a bigger map than the one we had before, obviously. Small circle too. Gonna follow the boys. Where are we landing? Okay, sitting in the 90s and down into the 80s. It's kind of embarrassing for the 3050 to be honest, at the lowest setting at 1080p. Playing games at 1080p isn't, I guess, too difficult at this point. But I guess in this game, even the lowest settings, performance isn't great. The game feels fine though. There's no stutters, there's no lag spikes, but the FPS is kind of low to be honest. Yeah, I would expect us to be sitting in the 120s at least, but we're sitting in the 90s, guys. It's, I don't know. Like I was saying before, as we go on throughout the year, the performance of this game just gets worse and worse. It happened with Warzone 1 as well, as they added new content to the game. You just lost more performance. They are on the roof of the... Oh, hello. Hello. He's down. Pick me. That's 2 down. Just saw his friend parachuting in. Third one down. He also fell from the roof, so he died. Oh, poor boy. Wait, it's an enemy. Okay, I'm getting really easy lobbies right now. I think the game knows that I haven't played in a while, and it's letting me have a chance of having a fun game. Because normally Warzone isn't as casual as this. It's very competitive. A lot of tryhards. But yeah, overall we're sitting pretty much in the 80s, up into the 90s. In those lighter scenes we go up to the 100s, but overall not the best performance. I can go ahead and enable FSR as well for you guys, so we can see how this looks. I think FSR looks much better than DLSS in this game, especially FSR 2.1, and that's why I'm going with FSR instead of DLSS. Now using FSR, the game does look a bit softer, but the FPS is now sitting... Hello. That was so loud. But yeah, the FPS is now sitting in the 100s pretty much. Not bad though. We gained what? Like 20 to 30 FPS with FSR enabled. And that's at the quality preset as well. So if you go up to balanced, you can get an extra like 10 FPS out of it. No, I'm dead. Alright, medium settings. Here we are with that. There we go. Now do keep in mind that if your CPU is weaker than this, your FPS can't go as high. As you saw before, I had like 110 FPS with FSR enabled, and you can go up to like 130 with balance mode obviously. So if you've got a weaker CPU, FSR can't really help you there. VRAM is sitting at 7.3 gigs already. That is kind of crazy. We're just at the medium settings and already at 7 gigs. This card again has 8 gigs, so we are getting kind of close to its limits. But from experience, going up to the high settings should be fine. Shouldn't use too much more of our VRAM. Now the medium settings, the lowest FPS that I saw was around 60 I believe, or in the 60s. So it is very close to our limit. And again, it's kind of sad that we see the 3050 fall like this low in performance, even at 1080p. Like medium settings it's not too intensive in most games, but in Warzone, we can fall as low as 60. But look at that, 60, 70 F. Oh, hello. Nice skin there, bud. Do want to stay with my teammates in this one. A boy's fighting someone. I can't really help you, right? Yeah, you're fine. Oh. Someone's here. You made a mistake, buddy. No! I gotta leave. You can have those crates, I don't care. At first it hurt the chests, and he's like, I gotta go get him. I just waited for him. And he was donezo. I think in this case, the frame time graph is actually... He's telling the whole story here. It's very stuttery right now. No, who's shooting at us? I can't see them, where are they? I think behind the wall, right? Got no armor here, so I'm pretty much dead. That's 1 down. 2 down. Wasn't there a guy in the bush? The medium settings is honestly too stuttery, I think. I think it just stutters too much. I'm not too sure how we'll do at the high settings, but I think I might have to do the optimized settings for this card as well. Wow, the mouse movement feels pretty awful. One down. Who's shooting at me? Thank you, teammate. Team wipe. Nice work. What are you doing, buddy? He almost killed me there. I shot first. For a good like 2 seconds. And he still almost had me. The game froze there. The game actually froze there when I was trying to fight that guy. Teammates? 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 And here we are, the high settings. There we go. Let's see what we can do. 50 FPS in the plane though. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Not looking forward to the stutters though. Should be as bad or even worse in the medium settings. But we'll see as we go. 60 FPS and down into the 50s as well. Going indoors. Still sitting in the low to high 60s. Not too bad. This feels so stuttery though, guys. It's just not playable, to be honest. The FPS is kind of fine, I guess. It is sitting in the 60s for the most part. But the mouse movement and the overall stability of the game is pretty poor. Just freeze after freeze, dude. This is so annoying. And the aiming too feels so sluggish and it doesn't feel very responsive at all. Let's enable FSR. Maybe that can help us. Let's try it out and see what it can do. I'm gonna go with the balanced preset. Wow. 105 FPS now instead of the 60s. Oh, the freezes are still happening though. VRAM is sitting at 7.2 gigs. It's gonna be obviously a bit higher than that since the OS will be using some as well. But shouldn't be too much higher. The FPS is sitting pretty much in the 90s up to the 100s and occasionally down to the 80s as well. And the stutters unfortunately are definitely still happening, but it's not as bad as native, I guess, high preset or native 1080p. I do wonder how this runs on the PS5 now or the Xbox Series X or the Series S even. Is it the same performance or is it worse like PC? Alright, and for the optimized settings, we're going with a mix of low, medium, and high. It's a good mix. And for FSR, using the balance preset. But you can go up to quality as well if you wish. Alright, fourth game in. Let's see the FPS, and hopefully we get a smooth, crisp gameplay. No stutters, please. VRAM is now down to 6 gigs instead of 7.2, I think. Much better. And the FPS is now sitting in the 100s in the plane. 110 FPS so far. Even 120 in those easier scenes. Pretty fantastic, but let's see if the game freezes or lags like before with the medium and high presets. We had one there. You fell off. I love that. What do you have? Sniper? No, thank you. The problem with FSR and DLSS is that you can't really see the guns. Look at that. Weird outline to them. They haven't fixed that yet. It's been in the game since Warzone 1. VRAM's going up to 6.4 gigs, so it's climbing over time, unfortunately. But still lower than the medium and high settings. Okay, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for the video. See you guys there.